So hello friend, this is Narayan here again. So today we're gonna talk about few more things that the way last time we left our chapter on the destination where we were talking talking about to know about yourself, but how you gonna know about yourself more? That's the really big question. So before everyone who is here on this page and who is listening to this one, I just want like to say this to you, my friend, my sister, my nigga, you are on the right way. If you come to this place and listening to me, or you're gonna stay a little bit more, you are at the right place to know about yourself. And this is another confirmation that whatever or in whichever situation you are, whichever situation you are right now, or whatever is bothering you, it will not soon disappear in your life. Because the thing is that now the way you met me or you come to this video, it shows that you're on the right way, right path in your life, and you're gonna met more people in your life where you're gonna see that the difference between the reality that you have seen in your whole life and the new reality, the truth you're gonna see. So before talking too much about those shit things, we're gonna move to ahead where now today this the last time we were talking why people do not understand you was the reason that people do not understand you. And as I already explained you in last video that when you were in your when you were in your mother womb, you were at the place where you were listening to music that were that were making you free from every kind of pain, because at that time it was you were like in a box where you couldn't see, you couldn't move much, but you were in your mom's tummy. That time you were attached or you were connected to that higher self, that higher frequency, which is just a sound that's like the bzzz sound. So at that moment you didn't know, but this time you came out in 3D world and you start observing and you start making this illusion your reality. You start stuck in this matrix, you can say. So what is happening that like now to make free from everything you need to forget yourself. That's that's the mantra for myself that I've been using from very long time. Whenever you want to go in that high frequency state, you need to forget yourself. What the mean of that forgetting yourself is mean you have to just completely forget about your identity, your name, and your everything, and you start realizing if you are not that thing, your identity or everything that connected to you, the title from your job, the title from your family, the nickname from your family, from your loved ones, if either you are a husband or you are a wife. As soon as you detach or you disconnect yourself with your identity, so like what you have to do, this is your identity, this is yourself, this is your name, this is your identity, this is your position at your workplace, your home, your husband, your wife, your father, your mother. So what happens once you disconnect or once you apart this thing from there, what gonna happen? So there is one more inside this one. So you're gonna start, now you're seeing one, so you're gonna start seeing the reflection of your identity. So one self is gonna become here and one self is gonna be here, which is your identity, and this is a thing that is inside you, your awakening soul, you can say, or your higher frequency that is channelizing you, that sitting inside you very from very long time that you couldn't recognize it. So now once you detach from this, you start going to have another questions in your mind, like who are you, why you came to in this earth planet, or what are these 5 elements, like what is the air mean in your life, what is the earth mean in your life, what is ether mean in your life, and what is the akasha mean in your life. So everything you're gonna start having a putting question, like what are those things? Because now what is happening, you are trying to get the reality, the fact behind the things that were the illusion for you, because now you want to take off all the layers from your life. So that's the way, like I always say, whenever you are whenever you are trying to get to know about yourself, you are in the process until you get to a fact. Once you reach out to a fact, now what is happening, you started your internal journey. So in your internal journey, what happens actually, you have more desire to know yourself, because now this is a fucking big library. There's a heaps of books of knowledge that I always say that or I always think that wisdom is raining all the time. You just need to have the ears to listen and get to into the right direction. It's like fucking you need to change your frequency, or like your radio station to get to a higher level frequency. Why I always say the higher level and lower level? Because we have to divide the state, because now we are talking in the duality. When we are talking in the duality, we have to give it a name. But when you are not in the duality, you are in a shunya state, or in a zero state, or in a state of void or empty, or in samadhi state where there is no language. You don't need to express, because there is no duality there. So when we are talking about the 3D world, it is all about the duality. We are talking one side we're gonna take about the good thing, then other side we have to talk about the bad thing. That's why, like, once you have those questions in your life, like why this, earth here, and why you are here, is that really your parents? Because now what is happening, your parents or your grandparents had a thought for your parents, like when they were not married, they're supposed to get married. So your grandparents had a thought about your parents to get married. Your parents got married after that. Then once your parents were there, when you wasn't born, you were not born at that time. Sorry for my language. When you were not born, that time what was happening? Your parents had a thought about a child, but they didn't know it's going to be son or it's going to be daughter. So what is happening? Everything is a thought. Everything, the creation is a thought. Every thought you had is a creation. So what is happening? Why you are thinking that people are not going to understand you? It is none of your business, none of your job to think about the other people, what they want to think about you or what they're not going to think about you. This is the biggest illusion. Or almost 90% to 95% human race or human beings from every single country is just trapped in this illusion that what the other people are going to think about us, or what the other people are thinking, what's the other people's perceptions. That more matters for them, instead of just finding yourself. Because once you'll find yourself, you don't need the million people's perception for yourself. It's the same like that from a one mad person, or like you can say in front of a one joker. There is one joker and a million people in front of him. So there is one joker for millions of people, but for one joker there is millions of people who are joker. You see the perception from both sides. But once, why is bothering you? What's the other people's perception, thinking, and their thought or projection for you? It is none of your business to get to know. That's the most miserable thing, or like the pain in the human life, that the fucking suffering from everything. You're not to suffer here. You're supposed to come here on this planet Earth to enjoy your journey and to explore and experience, so that you can. It just, how to express this thing in the word is very hard. If you have to put in the word, it's like you are the creation, and you came to this planet Earth to experience, to know how is your own creation is like. So if you see from the bigger perspective, the way I was talking in the last video, the who created this Earth, who created this planet, the creation, the source of the creation is outside of this creation. You know what I mean? So you are a part of that source who created this planet. So what is happening? The source itself is trying to fucking experience what kind of creation he has fucking made. You know what I mean? Because we are part of one consciousness on the big level. If we are part of one consciousness, that is the ultimate consciousness. If we are part of that consciousness, we have all the elements that consciousness has. So what is happening? It is recording itself, or it is trying to get the data from this planet, or it is every fucking thing can be happen behind the scene. So it is also none of your business. What is your business is you need to get peaceful in your life. You need to get the taste of the peace in your life. You need to get the piece of the patience in your life, and the taste of fucking, like a healthy lifestyle in your life. But what is happening in the world, like most people are fucking served like it. I'm not cursing, it is just the way I express myself, because that's the way it is. It is what it is. If you want, it's either you take it or you leave it. Truth is like that. So the thing is that why people are not understanding you, it's none of your business. and you need to stop thinking about that thing about yourself, what other people are thinking, because whatever the thing they are thinking, they will not gonna think the way you want to let them think about yourself, because you cannot control the people. That's how it is. It is what it is. That's why I say you can manipulate people for a while, for days or months or weeks or seconds maybe, but you cannot control them for your whole life the way you want to treat them. Because the thing, the way you want the people in your life, if you start observing or just indulge in the process to make yourself that kind of person, then you're gonna start attracting those kind of personalities around you. That's the reality, is that because now you are becoming a part of the creation and you are trying to attract the people that are just like you. That's why I decided to come out from my cave and like start sharing those things now, because I tried to came multiple times, but I couldn't stay longer because I didn't have that, the full light and the full purpose to, because every time I wanted more and more and more, but I already have tasted that experience that life is a part of the learning, and how I'm gonna learn when I'm gonna share the experience when the other people, maybe I'm gonna meet many people. So what is happening, that reality I was thinking, it is happening right now. Whenever I go for traveling, I met many people. Every single time I connecting by one people and one people, it is like miracle, because in the whole world you don't find a good people, but now you go anywhere and you find this fucking good people. There's all good niggas outside in the world. But what is happening, because we are also the creator, and every single person's that the way they are creating their reality, but through their thoughts, by their thinking, it is molding the energy of this planet. It's like the same way, if there's two weights in here, if this is high weight, this is gonna be like, though it's gonna go up. So it is like same, if negativity is more, then positivity is gonna go up. But positivity is more, the negativity is gonna go up. So it's need a balance. That's what we are here. Like people like me who are talking or sharing their thoughts, that they want to, to bring the people together who has one consciousness, because at the end of the world, what matters is to keep one seed safe, so that we can, grow that seed again, and then the earth that can blossom the flower out of that seed. What kind of seed it could be, but we need to save a seed till the end of the world. That's why it's for the collective, like people, or you can selected people. This reading gonna be, it's not a reading, fucking why I'm saying it's a reading, it's not a reading, it's just a thought that I'm talking, because that's what I came out, and I'm gonna come out again and again for you guys, because now I just focus on to